And I say we can begin with the transliteration, starting with who I see first, Aurelio, if you want to go.
So first line is a lu, then next one
Okay.
decoded, inana, and then a ke in all likelihood.
So, oopsie. Okay. Lu, two.
Oh yeah, one day I learned the
In,
numbers. So dinana and k4, yes.
right. The K4 actually used to be supposedly um, the same sign as A2
Mm-hmm.
in, I think, also cuneiform, and then they kind of split and went different ways. But yes, you are most correct. Okay. Rasmus, you want to do the second one?
Yes, so that's the loot 2 again.
Very nice.
And then this next sign I know as SAC 9, but it's a large number of readings.
Yes.
And since this is a personal name, it's found in the list of personal names in the back of Volk. And he has Lu Sa 6 Ga.
Yep. Yep. So it's part of the verb sag, which is to be good or sweet or pretty. It can also be read as, I think, sha 5, or well, shag 5, something like that, which means good or favorable thing. But yes, in this case, if Volk has it that way, I shall keep it that way. So sa, ga. So basically, Goodman.
Yeah, Goodman. John Goodman.
Exactly. I wanted to say it. So, okay. So what about this one? Do you guys want me to participate or?
Sure, why don't we do that?
All right, all right. Yay, for once I get to join the reading group.
Hey.
Okay, so what do I see? What do I see? So this is a shag, or a sha3. Then we have a something, which we're going to come back to. And then we seem to have a doob. Now, this can be read as either doob or mesh, or mess. But since it is followed by a ba, then I understand it as a doob. Duba, na, and I presume she. Could also be a shoe, but that looks more like a she. Actually, it's a pretty standard she. How about this? This looks like a sang. Actually, this should be a sa, sha, sorry, 3. And then sag du banash. I'm gonna fetch, as always, the weird G. There it is. So, Rasmus, can you check whether it's in the list of personal names? Hold on.
Just
I don't see
how
it.
much of it?
You can't?
No, which part of it do you want me to look up?
Actually, yeah, actually, no, looking at it, I don't think it's a,
I don't think it is either.
Yeah, no, it's not a name. Well, I would keep it as such. Actually, Sag, Duba, yeah, should go together. Right. Okay, so I think that was the line.
Okay, I like the next one because it is comparatively easy. It's a lu again, a lu 2. Inima, clearly inim because it's followed by a ma. So inima,
Bear.
inimaka, is it? What is this thing?
Okay. This, I don't have Volk with me, but
I think that's the 3 wedges there is esh.
Oh, that's a 3, but what's the thing before, after the ma?
Oh, yeah, that's the ka sign again, right?
Isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
before the ma, after the ma. So the second and third signs are identical, aren't they?
Yep.
But I mean that has several readings as well. Could be inim, could be ka, could be gu 3.
Yeah, true.
Right.
We do
So,
3.
when you don't know, like,
but I
which...
mean, at the end of, yeah.
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 Right. It's not clear what that is. Then there's a number 3,
Right.
followed by an R.
Yeah, this looks like, let me think. I think this is a possible compound, but Rasmus said she. Am I right?
Ish is 3.
Ish. Yeah, right. So ish 5, was it?
No,
Ish 3?
ish means 3. So the word for 3 is ish.
Yeah, but it's ish 5, I think.
Oh, it is. That might be. I only remembered the phonetics of it.
Let's have a look. Yep.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And actually, we do have it as ish.
Oh, that's very nice.
There we have it, ish shabi.
So why is it a shabi instead of that ish?
That's a good question. It's not the first time I find it like that.
Mhm.
I haven't really looked into it.
Okay, but I mean, it's tested, so that's good.
Right. So problem solved.
Hang on. I think the line goes on, doesn't it? Zoom out a bit.
Yeah.
Sa. I don't know the next one.
That's a da.
Da?
Yep. That's a grammatic. Yep. That's a da.
Okay. Got it.
Should be in the gloss, actually. Yep.
Okay, so it ends in a G. It ends in a G. So is it
You know the next one.
It should be ga, na,
Yep.
da, ga, na, then an E. I guess.
E3, right? Or just E? I always forget about this one. It's what I think it's E1 actually.
Go again.
No, okay, yes, E3, yeah.
Mhm.
Good. Nothing. You're right. I forget the numbers as well at times.
And
It's ni or e.
Right.
and the
And
last
then we have the good old,
Mhm.
which yeah, also has a ton of
has a ton of
readings. So I guess we can. It's wise to wait, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's nam.
Right.
Have you seen how that looks in the earliest early dynastic form?
Crazy bird.
It's supposed to be a bird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bird, and it's a really cute one as well. I looked it up in this. Is it Labat? I think it is that has the early versions, and it's a
Yep.
really cute bird. So it's they dropped that version.
I can sort of see I guess I can single out some sort of scared Zwan or something, like moving its wings or something. But again, it's probably just me on crack.
And then that one was really annoying because I wanted it to be tar, but that didn't fit or anything. So I found it here in Volk. Just a second. I just found it just before. Now, of course.
It's in the vocabulary list as well, by the way.
So, vocabulary.
It looks kind of different, but
Yeah, so it's a nam erim.
yep.
I think I found it in Volk as erin.
Yeah, it's disputed.
Yeah.
It's got both forms. Depends on who you ask, so to say.
Yeah, but the sense should be the same anyway.
Yep.
Right. Okay. And so that's nam erin. Oh my, is that a B again?
Right, I do think so.
And a dingir, and then a nin. What was that? I think I read that earlier on, but I forgot it. Oh, that's in the no. Yeah, is it? Yes, you have that in the list as well. So it's the Let me just see. Is that the T2?
I don't think it's actually that one.
Okay, I was just going from your vocabulary list.
Yeah. I'm looking at the other ones as well. Ta-ta-ta-ta.
Um,
Yeah.
so this is a divinity
Yep.
because it has the dingia, and it starts with nin, and so divinities very often are called nin this or nin that. Volk has it as nin te uk 5ga.
Yeah, it should be a T. T is yeah, this one
Yeah,
without
I
the
see that. I'm just used to this other form, so it's a bit deviant, but I can see
right.
how one could descend from the other. But the next sign, though, I couldn't find at all. But going from the divinity list in Volk, it's pretty given that it should be Uk 5. It looks
Right.
like Bat 3, but I'm not
Yeah.
familiar with Uk 5.
It looks like about three. It just doesn't have one horizontal stroke in the middle. It's got something else. I
Yeah.
think it's called a P, I think, or something like that. Which means death, I think. Yes, death, basically.
Actually, Volk has them in the same entry. He lists the one on one line and the one on the next line, but they're in the same box in his sign list, so they're obviously related.
Right. No, yeah, they are. They are.
And then there's a ga at
Right.
the end, clear ga. Well, it's somehow currently not entirely clear on the tablet, but
Right.
it's very clear in this transliteration or transcription.
Very nice. So let me do the next one then. This looks like a in, and this would be a tar. I think it's also E2, isn't it? Never mind. In. Yep. Intar. I got an easy one for once.
Mhm.
All right, all right.
All right, next one, number 1.
Mm-hmm.
I think here it's what they call a Personenkeil.
And
Yep, it's a
Personenkeil.
Personenkeil.
Everybody should have one. Sorry. This sounds Personenkeil sounds very much like your personal Kyle, right? So sorry. Never resist a bad pun. That's what I'm saying. Everybody should have one. So your Personenkeil is followed by. So you're saying it's just to indicate that this is a name or something? Is that what it means?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yep.
I mean, naively, I would assume that these are 2 E3s, but I'm saying naively. And
Yeah,
then
you wouldn't be wrong. They have a couple more readings. I think Zal is one of them. So let me look them up.
I think it's very nice with the I think this is an Akkadian name, perhaps. If you see the rest of the line.
Yeah, it's got the final loom, which is quite Akkadian sounding.
okay.
So I think you should be able to find Volk under one of these.
Wait, how do you do that?
You go on APSD, you go on sign, and you just click,
Oh, I never
and
used
it
that.
gives you like the sign with all the reading.
Hang on, does the EPS D2 do that, or only the old one, the EPS?
Nope. And that's why I have completely ditched the APSD2. I don't like it at all.
I
I think
know.
only the first version does that.
Yep, it does.
And that
I
I
think
never
it's
use it.
one
I
of the-
use the new one. So that's on me. So then how do you do that for the, hang on, let me switch over. I'm trying to do both in parallel.
So
So
you go on the search bar and you search, let's say ni, and you click on sign, and they appear here on the right.
That is neat. I like that. But then how do you know if these are two E's or if it is something else, any of the others? If it's Izal or
That's a good question.
or Ili or whatever.
We should be able to find it in Volk under, well, one of the possible variants.
So we're thinking the last one is Lum, is what I heard you guys say.
Yep. It's either Num or Lum.
And we think it could be personal name. Is that right?
Yeah. It's got its Personenkeil, so it's
Like a Personenkeil, yeah. Ah, I found him. Ili Dinge Lum, 36.7. But the Lum is interpreted as a determinative. Does that make any sense?
I think it's a phonetic complement.
Yeah. Is it?
Yes. That is because in Akkadian, Dingir, so God, is Ilum, which ends in Lum.
Oh, now I see what Rasmus was saying with phonetic complement. Sorry, it didn't click, but yeah, now I got it. So you're saying it's just basically it's like nah. It's like okurigana in Japanese. It's basically that inflection ending you stick at the end, and that's why they put it as a. That's why he puts it. Oh wow, okay.
We do it.
It's like when you write the word for ear, neshtuk. No, yeah, neshtuk. It's often written just with the logogram neshtuk, but sometimes it's written with the logogram neshtuk and then with an extra tuk sign to say you have to read this sign in this way.
Yeah. They actually do it quite a lot as you go on with time, because maybe the amount of cuneiform characters they ended up using were like smaller, so they were like, okay.
And the reading is multiplied, so they use phonetic complements to tell this is the reading that you need to use.
Makes sense. I get it. Okay, and I didn't know that we do you normally transcribe those though as a what's the word?
Superscript.
As a superscript?
Superscript, yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Interesting.
So like this, we go.
So you're making that into in Ilum. Okay, all right, I see. Very good. Thank you.
I don't think that should have a macron.
I got the Akkadian thing here. It's got the ilu. Oh, it's in plural.
Yeah, ilu with plural.
Yeah.
Okay.
But since it has, yeah.
When the word is Akkadian, you usually do it in italics. So you do it like this. So this looks quite juicy, actually. It's a very uncommon thing. I mean, up to a certain point, then it becomes common practice, basically. Right. So let's move on.
Oh, now I'm done for. So Personenkeil, and then that's a nam. And this one I have no idea. But looking at the person list in Volk, how many persons are there named starting with nam? There are 2 persons. Volk lists 2 persons with nam, namely Namkhani and Nammath. And that is a ha.
But
this looks nothing like the one in our text.
Because this was originally meant to be a fish.
Yes, very nice fish there.
Yeah, it's that's why it's got. I think it's also got the reading of kud or ku6, which is fish.
Yeah.
So this guy is fishness.
Fishness. Namkhani. Yeah.
His fishness.
His fishness.
And then we have a broken something which I cannot really understand from context, so I'm just gonna do. Oh, how do you even?
Right.
Come on. Like this. When you do it in SQ, when you put the thing here, it's when it's broken, so it's not complete.
Oh, okay. So the 2 slanted strokes denote that it's the tablet is incomplete.
If you think you know it and you want to make an educated guess, you do it with these brackets right here.
Right. Yes.
You do like whatever. And the X is just unrecognizable sign.
Hmm.
And Gabriele, I've seen it where they put
Okay.
a reconstruction in the middle of the basically of the slashes, and that would basically mean if you know it from like another place, right? Say duplicate or something. I've seen this before.
It's quite common with literary tablets, like the flood story, things of that sort, because you have like shared incipits from like other tales, which but like maybe, I mean, Sumerians repeat things a lot, so it's sometimes you see things like written again a few paragraphs after, so it's sometimes it's evidence, sometimes it's again an educated guess for the sake of continuity. All right. So now we have the funny swordfish. Oh, it's actually my turn.
Yep.
And a less funny thing, which is a ka. So I would say either bur inim, bur sutu, bur ka. Not that one, the other one. Not the burka you're thinking of.
Up in Mesopotamia. We had to ask the question.
Volk in his list of personal names has it just as capital Bu, capital Ka, which means, I guess, that he says we don't know how to read this.
I have my own tentative theory. I want to believe that this is gid inim, to make the word long, to make a discourse.
Yeah, sure.
Is it the right gid? Gid 2, I think, or 4. Yes, 2.
Gid?
Yep.
What does it mean to drag, to tow? No, that's gid to measure, to manage. Okay. Ka.
Oops. Yep, you're right. Buka. Okay, there we go.
All right, more Personenkeile in line number 10. Followed by Enli, more specifically Enli La. Or Dinge Enli La, actually, there's a little D in there. And then Dingirzu. Isn't it?
Yep. In context, I don't know whether it's to be read an, dingir, or an probably.
Anzu. Could be Anzu. Is it? Let's see. What does Volk say?
Yep. Because ansu could make sense as he knows an, or like he knows him.
You're correct. Enli La Anzu is what Volk says.
So he who knows Enlil. Very nice. All right, all right.
Not Enlil is your god, damn it.
Not this time. Oh well, oh well, oh well. Yeah, yeah.
That's how I read it.
Think about it.
What you're saying makes more sense.
Yeah, no, it makes total sense as that as well, to be honest. So, okay. Now we have something fairly weird.
Yes, so that's a Personenkeil and then Ur. And then I'm a bit unsure about the next one. Because there are so many signs that look like that.
Possibly a shoe or possibly a number. Those would be my guesses. Also a tentative.
I think it could be
a do.
no, I'm not sure about. I think it, yeah. But again, I look at the person list because we know this is a person because it starts with the Personenkeil and Ur, and there can't be that many of those. And so the next part is that Etu or Sa?
This one does look like A2 because it's got the final wedge here, which closes the construction. So
Okay, there are quite a few persons that start with ur.
yeah, it's common.
That's a bit annoying.
The last one could be a gur, could be a ngar, could be a ninda, few things. So basically, it's got ur and it's got e, I think.
Yeah. So actually, the person list in Volk, there is a ur ningen nga in
Oh,
3611.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Actually, I thought ningen and nga were the same sign, but apparently not. Ningen. I think there's a difference between the different versions of Volk because I have the Chrestomathy, and I think this one here is the
Yeah.
a different version, and I think he transliterates the names differently because the personal list isn't the same in these two versions. And so the physical copy I have here doesn't have the Uaningen Nar name in the person list.
It's okay. We can keep it as Ningen. It's fine.
Oh, in this one he glosses it as Ningar Nar. That's confusing.
Ningen is fine. Actually, Ningen too, I think, more commercial. I don't know. So Ningen e Ngu or Ngar. What does he have?
Here in this version he has Ningar Nar. Let me try to see if I can. Can you see this? Oh, it has to be mirrored for you, right?
Yay. Ningar. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll just keep a.
Oh, that's confusing.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into it. I'm just gonna do this so I can come back to it. But we did finish the line though.
Yeah.
Sorry, the sign at the far side. So now we have the reverse. I think we still have time. Yeah, we do have time.
Next one is yours.
Okay. So the thing is, sometimes when you have two do's together, they stand for either re, ere, or I think sug. So wait, which are supposed to look like, yeah, you see, like this.
Oh, nice.
This would be like the plural stem of the verb to go and stuff. And you also have it like this. So it could be a few things, could be lach, could be ere, could be sug, or just do. And it finishes with u too.
Have a look at this in the sign list. Let me see if I can find. Oh, just a sec.
I do see it.
Here. Can you see he has?
I gotcha. Yep. So that would be Ningar. Okay.
Yeah.
And so the last gar would function as a phonetic complement again.
Yes, and he also has sort of. Oh, if I can find how to do this, he has the E2 sign as part of the reading.
Yep. So this would be Ningar, which is composed of A2 plus Ningin, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Ning and E2. So that's a new reading he invented.
I wonder what's the science behind it.
Oopsie. Yeah. So the Sumerians or the Sumerologists keep inventing new readings, which just makes this discipline more and more complex for every decade that goes by. And you can't help but think that sort of like Sumerologists in 100 years from now will have to memorize like huge tomes of various readings, and at some point there is much to gain by just burning the whole thing down and starting anew with making a sort of a systematics, right?
a new reconstruction. At some point, it's probably going to happen, but I don't think the day is close.
Right.
So but yeah, and you also have like signs which get like new readings, and they get like new, like, what do you call it? They get like they find out that the previous readings were wrong, so they get kind of cataloged as their signs. So
yeah,
rebranded. Okay, moving on. So the next guy is a fox, I think.
That's what that is. Okay. He has a bunch of different tier office K5, Lu5, and Nar for this sign. And then there's a
Look up fox and
fox. Okie doke. Hang on, Foxy. Fox. Dup. Mayo.
Mayona.
Mayo.
Otarja.
Down. Hang on. Foxy. Oh, yeah, look at that. Ka. Oh, that's it. K5
Right.
and R.
Yep.
Also transcribed as K10.
Okay, let's go for the fancy one. Let's go for Katan.
Ooh. Okay. And it's not the glossary under names. Maybe it's under nouns. I didn't look there because I thought it was a name. Let's see. Ka.
Well, could also be, I think, Lua like this, but I want to believe he's Mr. Fox.
Okay, let's just do it. It's the fantastic Mr. Fox.
All right.
it is in the list of names in this version,
Oh, it is.
but it's there as 5.
Yep. So car 10 is when you count the first car and the following R sign together.
Yes.
Wait, but
It's actually the same thing.
I think we have the same version. How come I can't find it? It's under personal names?
You have the 2012 version from Wiesbaden, Karasowitz.
Let me see. 2012, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you should have the car in the personal names list. It's on the top of page 110. Or it's like line 6 on page 110.
Oh. K5R 3613. Thank you. Yep, you're right. It's there. I just didn't see it. I was looking for KR. Okay, that explains it.
But it doesn't seem to be in the glossary of regular substantives. But I guess he doesn't need to if he has it in the list of personal names.
Right.
All right.
Rasmus, the next one.
Oh, yeah. So that's a Personenkeil Lutu Dinger Damu. Wow, that one was easy.
You can do one more.
Okay, so Personenkeil Lutu Dinger Nin one, and then is that Schul? Looks like Schul, but Schul has many readings.
Shul, Shuch, Shach, which I don't think.
God bless you.
That's nice. People's name.
So Lu Dinger Nin.
Ludamu? No, wait, that's that was the previous.
In the this period, he has Lu Nin Shubur. Or Subur.
Yeah.
Lu Nin Subur.
Which is, I think, Nin 2 plus Shul.
Yes, that's why.
Yep, there we go. So then we have blank space.
Yeah.
Which was also my line. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So if I am to do this one line, Let me just write following numbers. So,
Laughing at Aurelio.
no. I'm gonna do it. So it's lu again, inima, bi me. So we know this to mean witness.
Yeah.
And the next one is I think I did include it in the vocabulary list.
I hope you did, because I have no idea. Hang on. It's in the vocabulary list.
It's a pa sign, but I'm not sure it's read like this.
Did I include it?
I don't see
I
it.
did not.
You did not.
Very nice. You have some work to do with this one. Should be, let me think.
Oh, I think I remember this. Because it was in a lot of sort of oath or juridical texts in Hayes,
Yep.
in pillars and stuff. Did I tell you I managed to finish Hayes this week?
Wow, that's quite an achievement.
Yeah.
I did finish.
I've been reading it with a friend, so we meet up every week, and we just this Thursday managed to finish lesson 30. So we've gone through it all.
Congratulations.
But it's really good. So we agreed that we wanted it to continue, but sadly, he hasn't written anymore. So we need him to write a number 2.
Actually, I'm going to do an informal version of that. Since we are basically done with the Sumerian beginners group, I'm going to do a summer course, so to say. And so I'm going to like be writing Hayes styled lessons, basically. So
sounds awesome.
You should be seeing a little bit of that coming up. I thought it was what about?
Oh, we just need to find out what this is.
Yeah, I think if you find pa, you should find it. You should be able to find it as well.
Yeah, here we go. It's in. I found it. It's mashkim.
Mashkim, yeah.
With
Mashkim. Right.
Is that Sumerian or loanword?
That's a very good question, because it's not.
I can just quote Hayes now that I have it here. He says the etymology is unknown, but Sumerian has no primary nouns of the shape, this particular shape. Presumably, it's an ancient noun compound whose origin is no longer recoverable. It was written by the pa sign, followed by the kash 4 sign. As discussed in lesson 18 in connection with the word sifat, shepherd, the pa sign read as ngitru means staff. Thus, the maskim was in charge of low-ranking gophers. So the pa sign apparently is sort of is included as some kind of symbol of authority. I guess that's what he says.
Very cool.
But I think he'd call this a deary compound in the sense that individual elements don't spell out the phonetics.
The thing is, it's not from Akkadian. We do know. The thing is, Sumerians seems to have. Most Sumerian words are like either compounds or monosyllabic, while you seem to have a lot of nouns, mostly within the semantic sphere of jobs and occupations, which end with in a seemingly fossilized im kind of final suffix,
right,
which could be coming from a substratum which we are not aware of. I could think of like 3 jobs. So mashkim is again a lower ranking official of some sort. Shidim would be an architect or a builder, and muhaldim would be a cook. So you do have a pattern there, but we do not know whether this is autochthonous to Sumerian or imported from somewhere else.
And
But yes,
names of professions are easily loanable, right? So it's easy to imagine that the Sumerians would have loaned them from some other culture they were in contact with.
right. Well, yeah, which we just call Ubadians for the sake of, or Proto-Thracians, some to be reductive and to be very dismissive.
Hmm.
So that would be pa plus.
Let's see, what did he say? He said
With the things in the middle, yeah.
and hash for
Ash for,
hash, K-A shin.
which is also runner, I think.
Yeah, it means to run.
Yeah.
So I think he says there's a symbol. This is symbolism in like the staff being pa being the staff being authority and cash being the runner. So it's a combination of something of those two.
Yep.
That is
That
interesting.
makes a lot of sense.
The rest is luckily a little bit easier. There's a Lugal there, then the Sha 3 like before. And as I learned today, there's a Da.
I think this could be a Ningin, actually. Like the one we had before, I think. What is it? Like this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's tough one actually. So don't worry about it. But yes, we do have a da at the end. So you see that like da is the grammatical case for the commutative, but
Right.
it also happens as a noun, which means side or proximity, which ends with the g, which is completely aligned at least in the written language when employed as a case. So, okay, this looks disgusting. I hate it with all my heart. Okay, I think it's my turn, isn't it?
Yep.
Damn it. Okay. This would be it or utud, depending on, I don't know what Volk has, but I would prefer to go with it. I think that is yeah. So it, which means month, or itit. And then we have ne, which I'm not sure about the reading. And then we have what seems to be a ngar. Well, I was writing with my Chinese keyboard all this time. Yeah. Okay. So it should be a month of the calendar. I don't know whether this tablet actually, where was this tablet taken? In Nippur, okay. Or 3. All right. So it's that calendar. So it's a month. And what happened on that month? Let's see.
Is it me or?
I think it's Aurelio again.
Oh,
If you notice again.
Yeah, true.
I suggest we take a look at the notes, especially at this Zal before doing this.
Ooh, okay. I would have said Ni, but okay.
That's fine.
So
Okay.
there's an U or an Ud at the beginning.
Right. So U4. Okay.
Then a 10 and a 7. So 17.
Right. So 7. So U plus we can have 7-ish. So 7 ones.
Okay. Which makes me think that this could be some kind of date. Would that make the U an Ud or not?
Yep. No, you're totally correct.
Okay.
And then we have right?
Yeah, would have read this Nila, but you gave me a hint where you say that this is a Zal, so this is a Zalla, probably.
And spoilers, but if we go back to, I mean, U is day, so day 17, and Zal means to like happen, come to pass. So it's one way of saying this happened on the X day, so on the 17th day.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, and somebody gets a little monster in the end.
I didn't want that one. So it starts with a mu.
Right.
And then a da. No,
Hey.
not a da. It looks like a da. It's a bit more squarish. All right. So it can be an us, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And
Us.
the next one is sa, so that fits.
Yep.
And the fourth one, I have no idea what is.
Should be a ma.
Ma. Oh, right. So it's a ma. It's a deformed ma. Is it a ma too then?
Yep.
And then there's a big sea monster.
Mm-hmm. Obviously.
And take me by the hand. Whoa. So I think this is Nim. Like the first one would be Nim. But I'm actually not sure myself. Yeah, this is a abomination, actually. To be honest, this is quite scary. Yeah. If you saw this at night, you would perfectly know how fast you have to run.
I'm browsing through Volk.
He doesn't have it as mean.
Yeah, I wish I had Volk with me. I made a grave mistake by not bringing it.
Oh Jesus. What is this?
I mean, it's kind of hard to miss, right?
Yeah, you should be able to sort of just, I mean, it should be
Oh, I
recognizable
found it.
because it's.
He has it as Tarach, sign number 55 on page 50.
How?
Tarach.
Tara?
Tarach.
Ah, Tara 3. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Pronounced with phlegm.
Yeah, but it's right.
It's just a kind of goat, isn't it?
So how is it in the EPSD? Dara 3?
Yeah,
In
it's
this version of Volk, he has it as Tarach with a T and an Ch at the end.
yeah, it should be from Akkadian, I think. Let me check.
Tarach. Yeah. Durach, goat.
Yeah, it's from Akkadian Turahu.
Right.
When you have a basically exchangeable T and D sound,
Yes.
it's basically a guaranteed Sumerian loan.
Right, yes.
I'm just gonna go with that.
But actually, I found this also because I was in on the CDLI webpage. You can look up names of regnal years, and I found this year because Mu is a year, right? So I found this year in the list of regnal years on.
Very
they
cool.
had this index of years. It's a year name of Shu Suen, which is one of the Ur 3. And I think this is slightly abbreviated because in the list on the web page, the third year of Shu Suen is Mu Usa Matu Dara 3 Apsu. And that fits nicely here, doesn't it? Apsu. Yep. And then there is Ba. And I forget the last one. It's Badim, isn't it? Dim 2?
Do 8.
Yes, do 8.
Or Duch.
Or Duch. And he says the year after the year, the boat, in parentheses, called the ibex of the Apsu was caulked.
Yep. So us means following.
Past, yeah.
So to come after, so the year after that.
Yes.
etc. So, well, actually, you guys, very nice job, actually. Compared to a few months ago, we did make a lot of progress with reading Sumerian. I think we are now way more advanced than we used to be. I mean, maybe you can you could probably feel like the progress as well.
Easily.
It feels a
Very
little bit
nice.
less
Yeah,
alien.
this.
The amount of readings that you have for signs is still, if you're coming from anything
Yeah.
else, whether it's Chinese or Egyptian, is still bewildering. But it's getting better. But it's definitely the
Also,
most.
I mean, I can't believe that each sign doesn't even have one canonical name. Like there is no sort of agreed upon name for each sign. That should be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although you have the same issue, of course, on the Japanese side, when you think about it. It's kind of similar. Every sign has multiple readings, typically at least 3, but if you look up the odd ones, then there's like 5, 6, or even more.
Yeah.
So it's actually not that unique. I mean, at least in that.
Don't the Japanese have a sort of univocal sign name for each sign? I mean, isn't the one with readings that's the primary one, or the one that people use to refer to the sign, irrespective of sound value?
That's a good question. Actually, you have the same problem. I know it better for Chinese because my Chinese is better than my Japanese. I've never really had to talk much about Japanese to Japanese, but the way you do it in Chinese, you basically reference like a common, like, I don't know, it's like the Sandian Shui, the one with the 3 water dots on the left-hand side, and then the pronunciation of the sign. So to disambiguate it from another sign, or what you do, they do that in Japanese too. You basically use the genitive construction, like out of this word, no, and then this sign. So like if you have multiple things that sound the same way, you would indicate it's like the way that you use it in XYZ words. So no, there's no canonical name, but you either make reference to how it's used or a component in the sign, like the so-called radical or section head. So similar problem, actually, when you think about it. It's quite interesting.
It's like I guess it's the same with Egyptian, right? So people tend to say like the bad bird and stuff
Yes,
too,
exactly like that.
instead
The
of
bad
having.
word, yeah. Because there's like
So
4
guys, I think
common
I
words.
think
So.
so.
Yes, sir.
We just stop the recording and we. Sorry.
Oh, really? We're just getting into the banter. Are you sure you want to do this? Hang on.